Record-setting June rain has made the Maumee a mighty river. Videographer Greg Kistner and I picked a rare day between storms to kayak a 6-mile stretch and take water samples to detect dissolved phosphorus.
We're just downstream of Grand Rapids. Most of this is residential area, but pretty soon we'll be in farmland. It's a beautiful day to be out on the river.
Phosphorus causes algae to bloom in Lake Erie in late July and early August.
The latest reports from NOAA show that the phosphorus levels are higher, and that's largely due to the fact that we've had some recent rains. And you'd think that more water is a good thing because it would dilute the phosphorus, but the fact of the matter is that the runoff spikes after these heavy rains, and so then you get a higher concentration of phosphorus. There's a little island down here. We're going to try and go over to the left of it as we go downstream.
Last year, the algae microcystin poisoned Toledo's water supply, forcing 500,000 consumers to drink and cook using bottled water.
That's where I want to be. So we'll log where we took this sample, and then when we get back to the station, we'll check it for phosphorus.
The Maumee also picks up other things besides phosphorus.
What do we see in here? What's this? What do we got? A drum of some kind.
We found this plastic container several feet up along the bank.
It seems pretty empty. No labels, no way to tell where it came from. Lots of stuff ends up in the Maumee River.
After 3 decades of sampling, as many as 3 times a day, every day, scientists have determined that more phosphorus flows into Lake Erie from the Maumee than any other river. Most of that is from farm runoff.
All right, this will be sample number 2.
And this spikes during heavy rains like those in June.
Right. There's a farmer's field that's right on the other side. Well, it's right there. I can see the corn from here. We're going to try taking a sample. All right, sample number 3.
And the amount of phosphorus has climbed since the early 1980s.
Well, we're here on the downstream end of Miller's Island, and we'll take sample number 4.
After our trip, I tested our samples. The levels were between 1 and 2 milligrams per liter, consistent with what scientists have found.
It seemed like within about a 3-week period of time, we went from having what looked like a very small bloom to all the way back up to about 2014.
I interviewed Dr. Laura Johnson of the National Center for Water Quality Research at Heidelberg University. She's one of the leading scientists testing the Maumee. So, as bad as last year, potentially?
Yeah, potentially. We do have a seasonal harmful algal bloom projection, that's going to put out a more definitive estimate next Thursday. And then by then we'll hopefully have at least another week of data that will help make us feel a little bit more certain, give a very definitive number there.